What's going on, guys? All right, so I started doing something. I thought I should film this because somebody may not know where this is at. They may not know how easy it is to do. And you may pay someone to do this, and you definitely do not need to pay someone to do this. So what's going on is my truck, when I would turn on the air conditioning or the heater or something like that, it would make like a clicking sound, and it was like driving me nuts. I was like, what is that? And I thought there might be something inside the blower motor, because a lot of times they can get like a little leaf or a stick or something like that in there, and it'll make a clicking sound. Well, I took my truck to Toyota to have the oil changed, because I can change my own oil, but I just prefer not to do it. I'm lazy. And I also like the fact that it shows up on a Carfax if you ever go to sell it, so you can see the complete history and all the oil changes and services and stuff. And they noticed it making the noise too. And they come and told me about it, and I was like, yeah, I noticed that's probably a leaf. And they was like, no, we looked, there's no leaves in it. I guess they could see from where they checked the cabin air filter. I don't know. And wanted to know if I wanted it changed. I was like, no, I've got a discount at Sparks Parts. I don't know if that discount still works. They did honor it with me. The discount code is Gear Runner at Sparks Parts. If you decide to order one of these, it saved me like 3%, I think it was. But they're not that expensive, and God knows what they would have charged me to install it. And I was like, it's really too easy to do that. But fast forward a little bit, and it never did quit working, but we're fixing to take my truck to Florida here in a little bit. And the last thing I want to do was get down to Florida and in the middle of the summer and the air conditioner go out. I could have changed it down there. It wouldn't have been bad, but it would have been a lot hotter down there probably than it is where I'm at right now. So let me flip you around, show you where it's at. I've already got the old one out. I can explain it. It's really, really simple. And show you what you have to do to actually get out, and then just we'll reverse it and put it back in, make sure it works. Okay, first thing first, this panel's gonna be in. You can see it right here. I pulled down right here and it popped this one out. And as I pulled these down, they've got these little tabs right here. And I just used a flathead screwdriver. You can see where I pushed that one in and just popped these three little tabs out, and then it just slides straight out like that. I didn't really want to put that back in and show you exactly how I did it, because it is plastic and you got to be gentle and you don't want to break it. Here is my old blower motor, and here is my new one. I mean, this one just looks dirty, but it was making a clicking sound, and no clue why, because I don't really hear nothing. But when it's running, it's making a clicking sound, and this thing will be located like right up in here. And literally is only 3 little bitty 8mm screws. Once I get this one reinstalled, I'll show you exactly where it's at. The first thing you'll need to do before you do that, though, is unplug the plug that goes right here. There'll be a little plug in, a little out. I think it's right there. Let me double check. No, it's right here. Sorry, it goes right here. The first thing you'll need to do is unplug that electrical plug right here. Then take the 3 screws out that'll be in these brackets, and it'll just come right out, and then reverse it right back in. But I'll show you exactly where it's at once I get this one back reinstalled. I think the hardest part of this whole thing will be holding this up and trying to get those little screws started. Now, when you're tightening this down, this is like just going into plastic, so don't like Hercules these things in, or you'll strip them out. They may still hold even if you spin them, but once it gets snug, just stop, trying to tighten them down even more. Once I get it back in, see you in a minute. One more thing I want to show you. This little thing right here, I first thought that's where the plug-in went, but obviously it doesn't because it's facing up that way. It actually goes right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a little hole right there. It goes up against that, so make sure you got that lined up. All right, guys, literally the only thing you really need is, like I said, this 8mm wrench. And then I use, like I said, a long flathead screwdriver. That's it. I did need a flashlight, of course, to be able to see up in there. But once we got up in here, you can see it's back in. That one screw, let me see if I can turn this light down a little bit, maybe too bright. There we go. That one screw's back there. There's another one like right here, and there's another one like right back there. And then again, don't forget to plug up your plug right here. This literally probably took me about 3 or 4 minutes to install. So this whole thing, taking it out and everything, will probably take you less than 10, 15 minutes. But let's start the truck, see if it works. All right, guys, moment of truth. All right, let's turn this on. It takes it a second to come on. There we go. All Toyotas take a second. And we do have air. Let's turn this baby down. Kick it on up. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but air is definitely coming out. Rear air is working as well. Yep, rear air is working. And there's no clicking sounds at all. So, very easy thing to do. Definitely don't pay somebody to do this. I think the part was literally like it was under $200 with tax, shipping, and everything. It was under like $200. I think it's like 196 or something. You can actually buy these at Advance or somewhere like that. You don't have to actually, buy a factory one. All right, guys, the last thing you gotta do is just put this piece back in. It just slides in the back and it snaps in like I showed you before. Just reverse, put that in. Very easy, just pop in a panel, and you're all done. Literally less than 20 minutes, you can have this completed, done, and they would probably charge you an hour to an hour and a half at a dealership, and at rates of $150 to $200 an hour. Don't pay somebody to do that. Don't do it. Even if they're going to charge you the 30 minutes to do it, I mean, that's still, close to $100. You can do this yourself. You can probably pick these up for 50 to 60 bucks if I was guessing, or less on Rock Auto or something like that. I just wanted to put a factory OEM one back in mine. There's probably no difference in them. They're probably made in the same place. But if you do that, just make sure to look at your old one and the new one and make sure they're the same, and make sure all the plugs are the same and everything. Make sure everything lines up before you install it. You don't want to put this in and take it back out because you're kind of standing on your head. That's why I couldn't videotape me putting it back in, because I was upside down in the passenger side floorboard. But this still is easy to do, quick, and I just want to let y'all know how easy and quick it actually was, so that you didn't pay someone else to do it. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.